So first and foremost, when I was 17, so I was 17 when I lost my mom. It was my senior year of high school, so this was 2015. And I started the year telling myself it was going to be my best year. You know, it was my senior year. And my mom had been sick our whole lives. She also, you know, with mental health disorders do run in our family. And again, a lot of loss and grief and loss and just the combination of just everything compiled onto my mom. Again, not to justify, you know, some of the things she did or said or whatever, but I'm not here to get into all that. I'm just here to get into the fact that I lost my mom. And that my senior year, it was going to be a magical year for me. And then about September of that year of 2015, I read this play called Macbeth, which at the time I didn't know what intrusive thoughts were. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know what rumination was. I didn't know what OCD was or anxiety or PTSD. Nonetheless, see PTSD, which I'm now diagnosed with, and major depression disorder, you know, at 28 years old now. But 17-year-old me didn't know, like, there wasn't these conversations. And so anyways, this particular play, Macbeth by Shakespeare, for whatever reason, like with the combination of my mom being sick at home and also being in between my mom and dad's, and just the constant, I guess, like my mom would tell us, you know, my mom was sick. She was ill mentally and physically, and just a lot of ailments. Life was not kind to her at all. But she did keep going, and some of the ways she chose to do so, some of the way that's not up to me, that she tried to survive, and I can't blame her. But anyway, she would tell my siblings and I she was going to die. All the time she would tell us she was going to die. There were times she would tell me she was going to take her life and stuff. And she told me that when I was 7. And I used to like my parents had me later in life, and I used to like count on my hands, especially with my mom being sick and like in the hospital, and just telling us all the time like she was gonna die, and just it was something we always had to be on high alert for. So with the combination of the play, with starting to have panic attacks, which I didn't know I was having, and I didn't know that I was